Hello guys, Marco Schwartz here. Inside this video, I want to tell you how to actually win on the stock market. I'm doing this video because there are so many people that when I tell them that I'm actually investing some of my money on the stock market at the moment, they just tell me that I'm crazy. They just actually don't understand how I actually manage to win and to make money on the stock market. So before I tell you what I'm doing and what you should actually avoid to lose money on the stock market, I will tell you what I actually mean by winning. So what does it actually mean, for me at least, to win on the stock market? Well, I will take actually some definition from Warren Buffett, and he said that the worst sin you can do, right? The sin that you should avoid at all costs is to lose money. Okay, so the first rule of investing is not to actually gain money, but especially not to lose money. So by winning on the stock market, I mean, how do we actually be nearly sure to make money by investing? So let me first tell you what you should absolutely avoid. And this is actually stuff that people do a lot of time when they just heard about the stock market, they want to invest in it because everybody else is doing it and they want to make a lot of gains, okay? And by a lot of gains, I mean investing and hoping to double your money in a very short amount of time, like a week or a month. That's not how I invest, I can already tell you that. And the first thing, right, that people do in general is to actually just invest in some hot stock, right? So they will find some recommendation on some newspapers online about a stock that is making a lot of money at the moment, and they will invest in it. And the goal is actually to just wait, hopefully a short amount of time, and just hoping that the stock will gain a lot of value in this amount of time. Basically known as trading, right? But not like necessarily day trading, so where you actually buy and sell during the same day, but just buying something and hoping that it will go up in value and then selling it for a profit. Well, for me, this is a good way to lose on the stock market because you are competing against all the traders, all the professionals that have been doing that for years, also software, right? So robots running on computers that are really good at doing this. So you are basically competing against everybody that is much better than you. So that's, for me, a good way to not make any money and basically lose on the stock market. And when we talk about investing on the stock market, this is what people usually think about. This is what everybody is thinking about when hearing about the stock market. So the second thing that will actually allow you to win on the stock market, but that I would avoid, is investing in index funds. Okay, so everybody is now recommending this. So just finding some fund, right, that just follow some of the big indexes like the S&P 500, right? Just invest in that. Invest all your money in one or two of those funds, which are very low cost, easy to invest in, right? Because they are ETFs, so you can buy them directly on the stock market. And just hope that they will go up in value. And once you need the money in the future, just sell them. Well, that's actually a good way to not lose money on the stock market because it's been proven that over time, right? So over a long period of time, all of those indexes will actually gain value, right? You can check the data, it's just there. However, I have a problem with that because not only you are not actually doing any kind of work yourself, right? You are not making any decision, you are just investing in some index fund, right? Managed by somebody else. Also, when you actually need the money to make some expense for your retirement, for whatever you want, you actually need to sell your positions, which means some fees to sell. And also if you need to sell, right, because you are retiring, because you need the money for some expense, you actually need to sell at the price of the market. And it can be that at this moment where you need to sell, you will actually lose some money. So that's also something to consider. And that's why I don't like this other way to invest on the stock market. It will make you win in the sense that you will get money on the long term, but that's not what I prefer. So my way, to win on the stock market is invest in value. So invest in companies that have some value so that you are pretty sure will actually continue to grow in the future. And especially companies that pay a dividend. So you all heard maybe about at least dividends and dividend growth investing. So there are some companies that actually not only pay a dividend, but also grow it over time. And just think about that for a second, right? If you are sure to pay a dividend to your investors, right, to your shareholders every quarter or every year, and also you have really like a policy to raise this dividend year after year, well, you need to be a pretty damn good company, right? Otherwise, you won't be able to pay this dividend and to grow it. And therefore, my way to win on the stock market is to invest in those companies that have a good track record of growing that dividend over time. Of course, by winning, what I mean is not making like 2 times what you invested in a day or even a week, right? I mean the rate that not only the market will give you in terms of capital growth, right? So how much your investment will actually be worth like in 1 year, but also, of course, in what the dividend will give you, right? So usually the yield that it will give you, so what you will get in a year compared to what you invested will usually be around 4% for dividend growth stocks. So if you invest in the correct one, and well, that's what you will get, right? And of course, this will grow over time. So this is a very nice thing about dividend growth investing. So it's not like spectacular, but this is a way to win over the long term on the stock market. And for me, it's one of the only way to actually win on the stock market, because you are basically saying, I'm not investing and competing against all the traders, all the robots, right? You are not looking forward to make like a quick gain or some quick bucks, right? You are really investing in value, in good companies that will give you some good returns over the long term. So that being said, how do you actually start in dividend growth investing? Well, if you don't know a lot about the stock market or about investing or about dividend investing in particular, I put everything that I know about how to get started. So really how to choose your first stock, how to open a trading account, how to evaluate stocks, right, that pay a dividend, how to choose the right one. Really how to get started in dividend growth investing. I put all of that into a PDF, and this is really my proven method to get started in dividend growth investing and really to start winning on the stock market. So you will find a link to get that just below the video inside the description. So this link will lead you to my site, and on the site you can actually download this proven method. So if you are interested in winning on the long term on the stock market, I really encourage you to check this out. Of course, it's completely free. So that being said, thank you again for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. As usual, if you have any feedback about what I said, if you agree or disagree with me, don't hesitate to comment below. I would be happy to talk to you about this topic. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.